Happy Sunday. Happy race day. Happy we have 2 weeks of racing left. And today is sure to be an interesting one. I'm sure of it. Especially if we get something like we did last week with Homestead Miami, with Tyler Reddick making the last second move to get around Ryan Blaney for the win. We know that the playoffs are right around the corner, and for the championship today, we get who is going to the Final Four, and everyone, all the drivers know it. Tyler Reddick understood the assignment last week, and he did it in spectacular fashion, if I do say so myself. He literally waited until the perfect moment to make his final move and do what he needed to do to get around Ryan Blaney. Tyler Reddick is known for riding right upside the wall. And every race. Let's be honest. And that's exactly what he did. Was able to ride that wall, get the momentum needed, and get right around Ryan Blaney, score that win, and move himself into the Final Four, and leaving Ryan Blaney out right now. He still has a chance to get in as of today, but man, what an ending to a race. It was fabulous. I was like, holy crap, that was wonderful. I loved it. I don't know about you, but I was absolutely blown away. Loved it. I was enjoying just watching it. It's like, who's gonna make a move to change some things up, because somebody's got to do something. They know what's at stake here, and they did it. We only had 6 caution flags, but that was for 30 laps. The 7 and the 47 were the first one. What is up with these early cautions? Lap 2? I don't understand. Other than tire pressure is, they've had time to build up some tire pressure. I get that, but lap 2, y'all. I thought we were the best of the best in the Cup Series. Clearly, we're having some problems. Lap 49 through 53, we had some debris. We had stage conclusion. And then we didn't have anything in stage 2. It ran green. And then we had another one in stage 3. 185 to 191. The 7 and the 54 got together in turn 3. So that's Justin Haley in the 7. And then another one at 256 to 260 because Kyle Larson spun. And then that was another area of contention, because he spun but got it back together kind of and blended back in. And some people were like, I don't agree with where he went back in. And NASCAR said that's where he kind of blended back in, and he only lost 1 spot. So some people were like, I don't agree with that. I don't know. I'd love to hear what y'all have to say on that one, because I'm not sure what I think about on that one, because that was a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That was a little crazy. So stage 1, Tyler Reddick won, and Bubba Wallace finished second. Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, the 77, 20, 11, 24, 48, 19. And then stage 2, Denny Hamlin won, followed by Chase Elliott. So Chase Elliott got some much needed points that he needed, followed by Tyler Reddick, Ryan Blaney, then William Byron. The 19, the 77, 41, and the 16. So, and then Tyler Reddick, of course, came in, got around Ryan Blaney to win. Tyler Reddick won, Ryan Blaney second, Denny Hamlin third, Christopher Bell fourth, Chase Elliott fifth, William Byron sixth, seventh was Alex Bowman, eighth was AJ Allmendinger, ninth was Carson Hufkar, and 10th was Ryan Preece. For our other playoff drivers, Kyle Larson finished 13th, Joey Logano finished 28th, which for him, he didn't care. He's already in the playoffs, round of 4. So he didn't care. He's like, I'm good. I have my spot locked in. I'm absolutely fine right where I'm at. I was like, goodness gracious. We had fewer penalties, though, this go-around. Which was good to see. We had 2 that were pre-race penalties. The 17 and the 22, of course, they had to go to the tail end. But we had pitting before pit road was open, crewmen over the wall, safety violations, and going above the blend line at the exit of pit road. And then car pitting outside of the sign box. That was our friend Kyle Busch. And speeding on pit road. So yeah. But the infractions were much. The list was not nearly as large as it was the week before. The list was like huge last week. Or the week before. Where this week it was like 10, 15 items, which is much better. I guess they decided to get their acts together at Homestead. We'll see how it is today at Martinsville, because today it is so much easier to catch a penalty at Martinsville than you would believe. So can't wait to see how those play out, how that works. Oh, and by the way, happy time change. I hope that everybody is not like my husband, who had to watch the clock change because he didn't believe what his wife had told him. And Google told him something else. One day he will learn that I am right and Google is wrong sometimes. They did announce this week that Miles Stanley is to be Josh Berry's crew chief at Wood Brothers in 2025. They've also suspended Connor Jones for causing a wreck at Homestead for, of course, this weekend's Martinsville race. And we've also heard that Bubba Wallace is set to have a new crew chief in 2025 as well. Booty Baker is currently his crew chief, and he'll move into a competition leadership position with the team. And he will oversee car preparation and race strategy. And Charles Dinkins will be the crew chief next year. So we'll see a change there too. So all kinds of changes are coming down the pike already for the 2025 season, which looks very interesting. Ready. Everybody's already getting ready for, the next year. Just because we're coming to the end of racing season doesn't mean teams aren't already preparing for what 2025 is going to look like. Yeah, they get a little bit of time off, some R&R, but that does not mean that all that time is R&R. They will definitely be planning, preparing as well. We have Eric Jones, who is a finalist for Comcast Community Champion of the Year. He is along with Scott Crowell and Susan McKee. So we'll have to see who comes out victorious of that as well. So the big news going into Martinsville this weekend now is that Denny Hamlin's troubles continue. He crashed in practice, so there was no qualifying run for him. And yeah, they were trying to prepare his primary car as of yesterday. I don't know if surgery was completed or not as of this morning, but they were diligently working on it. The back end looked very smushed as he hit the wall in practice. So he is not pleased, we'll say. He will start from the rear today. And he will have the last pit stall selection too. He is 18 points below the cut line, and he is trying to make his 5th Championship 4 appearance since 2021. So that's one. And then 2, we have seen the sparks fly in the Xfinity already this weekend with Chandler Smith striking Cole Custer after the Xfinity series last night. Yeah, there was some heated discussion on pit road. They did not want to agree to disagree on how that went down. And Chandler Smith decided to slap Cole Custer. And I'm sorry. Yes, I did say slap, but what man slaps somebody? Can somebody explain that one to me? I thought men punched. Now I understand what my husband says. I'm really not that typical girl. Okay. I guess I'm understanding more. But seriously, what man slaps somebody? I would really like somebody in the comments to please explain this to me. If you would. I really need details. And an understanding. Because I don't understand in this case. I don't. I really thought men, maybe I just grew up differently. Men were supposed to throw punches. It was always the girls that were in cat fights and punching or slapping and pulling hair in all the schoolyard brawls. So I don't, it doesn't make sense to my brain. So I really need somebody to understand. I was taught to punch. I was not taught to slap. Like if you start it, you end it. Like if somebody starts it with you, you better end it. That's the way I grew up. I'm not saying that's the right way. I'm just saying that's what I was taught. So if somebody will come at me and slap me, I'm not coming back with a slap. Anyway, so that was very interesting just to see. Yeah. I still don't have words for that. I don't. But I really need somebody to explain it for me, please. We do go into today's race. Christopher Bell is plus 29. William Byron is plus 7 above the cut line. Kyle Larson is minus 7. Denny Hamlin minus 18. Ryan Blaney is minus 38. And Chase Elliott is minus 43 as of this morning. And as I said, Denny Hamlin is set to start in the back. The command to start engines today is at 1:54, and we're scheduled to go green flag racing at 2:03. The garage opens at 11 this morning. And drivers introductions is at 1:15. They always do an amazing job at drivers introductions at Martinsville. It's always beautiful. And then it's 500 laps, 263 miles. Stage 1 ends at lap 130. Stage 2, lap 260. NBC will be broadcasting this race. Countdown to green is at 1:30. And then it will switch over to the regular race at 2 o'clock. MRN if you need to listen to it, or SiriusXM channel 90. It is going to be a beautiful day, but I will suggest bundle up. It's only going to be 62. There is not supposedly supposed to be a chance of rain. It is the mountains though. So I'm still telling you, bundle up. It is going to be a little chilly, especially in the shade. It will get a little chilly. But you are in a beautiful setting. Martinsville is gorgeous. Love it. I'm sad that I'm not there this weekend. But this is when I tend to get the sickest, sadly. Halloween and later. And I was already sick, so I was not gonna take any chances. And the leaves, what you can still see of them that haven't started coming down, are gorgeous too. Just saying. Absolutely gorgeous. Today, for our lineup, we have Martin Truex Jr., Chase Elliott, William Byron, Chase Briscoe, Ty Gibbs, Harrison Burton. I see you, Harrison. He's starting 6th. Alex Bowman, Ryan Preece, Kyle Larson, and Austin Dillon. That round out our top 10. For the rest of our playoff drivers, Joey Logano is starting 12th. Christopher Bell starting 16th. And then we have Tyler Reddick starting 31st. But again, he doesn't have to necessarily worry. He's punched in already. Denny Hamlin is starting, of course, 37th. And Joey Logano is starting 12th. So Again, 2 people have already, gotten their way in. We have Joey Logano in, and we have Tyler Reddick in. They've both won races, so there's 2 positions left to get in. We'll see if somebody is able to clinch on points, or if someone is able, or if people are able to drive in. We'll have to wait and see how all of this plays in, and then next week we'll be off to Phoenix for our final race of the season. That's still so weird to say, but man, what a season it has been. So happy Sunday, happy race day. Enjoy it. If you're heading to Martinsville, enjoy the race as well. And I will see you again next week. Bye, y'all.